What's up, people? It's Grandmaster Amin Ra bringing you another video of action-oriented information direct from the motherland, Mombasa, Kenya. We're going to get into what you need to start a business in Africa. and I want to give a shout out to all of videos so far and encouraging me to keep on adding new videos. I can do it all day, brother. I can do it all day. But with my wealth of experience, a lot of people don't know who I am, so I had to give out some information. I've been in Kenya for 21 years doing business. I'm an entrepreneurial type, and I was successful in business in the United States, and I will also been successful in business here in Kenya. Not mega rich like they put on TV to make you reach for the stars and it make you feel bad if you don't have billions and millions of dollars. But I have been able to live a comfortable life with friends and colleagues. So I'm here today to give you what you need to start a business in Africa. This goes towards my brothers in the United States who are talking about coming over to Kenya or into Africa in general, and they want to see about how they're going to survive. The main trick about for us is the economic part. Let's not joke. Let's not pretend. Let's not fake rich. Okay, if we don't have an economics set solid, then you're going to hesitate. That's for sure. I do recommend that you come for a exploratory visit to Africa first and see the situation on the ground, and then work from there. Plane tickets now, you can even locate them for as low as $400 and $500 round trip. So there really is no harsh thing to say that why you shouldn't come back to Africa. So a little bit about this video, we're going to be talking about what you need to start a business in Africa. And before I do that, I want to give some background on myself so people can understand a little bit more about me and why the hell who am I to be talking about business in Africa? Okay, I'm Grandmaster Amin Ra, and I'm 10th degree black belt in Mantis Kempo. Of course, if you're a Grandmaster, you're automatically a 10th. If people still follow that kind of degree thing, but I believe it is not your rank that makes you win a fight. It is your abilities. So I started martial arts when I immediately started teaching martial arts once I came to Kenya. And because of my entrepreneurial knowledge, I was able to grow it into a business. And because Kenya is such a populated country, like most African countries are, when you go to the major cities, I was able to grow the business very successfully. How successful were you in teaching and growing a business in Africa? My martial art business, I actually grew as far as I could take it at the time when I felt like, I had enough. I had been chairman for 6, 7 years. And, when you're dealing with hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of students, it can be very taxing, and you could even burn out if you don't watch yourself. I was pretty careful because I knew that was a possibility, so I knew how to delegate information, delegate jobs and resources, and I put procedures into place so that there would not be a lot of infighting or people would be trying to take advantage of other people or even the business in itself. So this comes along with policy making, creating a constitution for the business, as well as listening to students, and then tweaking my martial art teaching, as well as business in a way that would maximize, profit. I do now that I'm no longer the chairman of Kenya Kempo Federation. I just do seminars as Grandmaster. I do seminars. So here's a picture of me at the latest seminar I did in Nairobi earlier this year. We plan to be doing another one. These are all black belts, by the way, in this photo. And many of them I grew up with me from white belt to black belt, which takes many years of training, and you have to be very dedicated. Okay, so these also many of these people in the picture are instructors who teach, and they teach for money, and we service them in the Kenya Kimber Federation, and we make a profit. And so as the federation grows in number, we make money off it that way. So. And a lot of times we put the profit back into the federation to grow even bigger events in there. And now this year we've been focusing on the marketing side of Kimpo, and we're getting great results from that. Now, this is in 2019, but I have been doing this for a long time. In fact, when I was younger, I was really like unstoppable. I had a lot of energy, and I could command a lot of respect from my fellow martial artists in Kenya, and I grew the business as far as I could take it. Now, here's a picture for me in 2005 with my students and my black belt instructors and their students. And this photo is running around 165 students that promoted that day. So you might have a club of 20 students, and on promotion day, maybe half of them will go for promotion. So this only shows a small percentage of the number of students that we had in Nairobi, because we did the same thing in Nakuru, and we did the same thing in Mombasa. But this is in Nairobi at Jibanji Gardens. For those people who know the area, some of the people know this picture well. And many of these people are still around today and still teaching. There's Mwende, there's Nganga, there's Bakoya, Steve Otino, Nyata, and the present chairman. He should be in this picture somewhere. Dennis Odhiambo, where is he? He's somewhere in the area, in the corner. He's now the chairman of Kenya Kimber Federation. And these guys and the other ones have opened up their own martial arts themselves, and we're expanding. They have their own organization, they have their own promotions, and their own students. It's great. And we expect that the next generation will do the same and expand. Modern martial arts in Kenya. And this is the business that I had started, and it's still growing today. We're still doing business. It's very active. So in the United States, it was the same thing. I took the smallest Black Karate Federation school with 6 members, and then created one where we had over 108 members active, crossing the floor and paying in 1 month. I did a study on that back then, and then I listed the number of students so everyone could see it was true. And haters in the U.S., they really didn't like that. They tried to ignore it, but the facts are the facts, and I still have the facts. So we're going to be talking about what you need to grow a business in modern Africa, and I wanted to give a few information on what I'm doing in business. And another is now, just to show you it's not a fluke. Okay, when I stopped being chairman at the Kenya Kimber Federation, I immediately did something completely different, and I went into digital education, which turned out to be digital revision, because I found out that digital education doesn't work. And so I created a program where students could use computers back in 2012, 2013. They could use computers to do their lessons. Now, back in 2012, 2013, there was no 3G. There was no YouTube. If you understand what I'm saying, it was almost not existing in Africa. There were no smartphones, even though we still had those little digital with the keypad on them phones. But I could see the ideal in my mind. I put myself into determination, determined myself to grow it. It took a long time, but then at the end of the day, we have hundreds of students that are now using computer to do actual revision, studying, and exams on computers. Now, this is my program that they're looking at, the CC Gate program, which I created from scratch. And it's being expanded all throughout Kenya now. We did it in Nairobi, very successful. We did it we're doing it in Mombasa right now, extremely successful. Even 3 people just joined not too long ago, came right here into the computer lab, and it's going to expand like that. So we're doing the marketing. Well, can I set this back a bit so you can see? You see the concentration level on these students? Some of them are holding tablets for the first time, and they're actually seeing the lessons in digital format and in a digital way that works. So this is this means don't disturb your neighbor. Yeah, because students start asking the neighbors questions, and then they be like, "Oh, the guy's trying to concentrate on his exam, on his quiz." Anyway, so this is what I've been doing while I've been in Kenya, and we're still doing it or expanding. So what does it take? With my 21 years experience, what does it take to start a business in modern Africa? Okay, I'm in America now. I'm a black man in America, and then I don't. I'm thinking about coming to Kenya, and I don't know where to start. What do you do? Well, the first thing you need to do is to get your money right. You got to get an amount of money that you wanted to invest into a business, so you can see the size of it. So, what is the best businesses to get involved in Kenya or in Africa? That there are 2 main businesses. You know, like if you go to the stock market, they're like invest in gold, invest in silver. When you come into Kenya or in Africa, you want to invest in transportation. I'm talking about modern Africa now. I'm talking about urban Africa, not rural. You want to invest in transportation, or you want to invest in food. But you have to realize that the food investment is not the same like in the United States. You can't bring fast food here and expect to be booming. No. But these 2 areas are great when it comes to investing and starting a business in Africa. Why? Because the population is doubling every 20 years. What's the 2 things people got to do? They got to go travel to work, and they got to eat. Feed their growing kids. You know what I'm saying? Numbers of kids. Our food bill is like my biggest bill is like food. You know, I'm really saying I'm gonna open up a restaurant, not just so I can have a business or restaurant, but so I can eat for free. You know, tell my family go to the restaurant. You know, but these 2 areas are great. But there are so many other areas, like what I'm doing with ICT. This is as an opportunity where there's very little competition. It's relatively new in Kenya. We get the benefit of all the latest and new technology. Imagine doing this with 4G, because I was doing it with like 2G. And I was trying to show people, okay, just wait, it's coming. You know, the program is going to open in a minute, but you know, it took time. But now when 3G came, it's like boom, boom, it's there. Now 4G, it's like pow. And now we're coming with 5G. I'm gonna be doing, my program is gonna be off the hook, because I'm gonna be one of the first ones showing videos and on those type of things inside the exam. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, there are many different businesses you can get involved in. You know, I don't want to start going down the list, because then I'm gonna have to start talking about them. But I want to talk about, focus on the main ones: transport and dealing with transport and food. These and ICT, because ICT, the government is really moving towards that. So you pick that business that you want to get involved in, and then you start getting information into it. And then you know, people are in America. You have this tendency to think that paperwork is everything. Oh, if you don't have the right paperwork. Oh, if you don't have the right license. Oh, if you don't follow the regulations, they're gonna come for you. You know, and it's like that. This is not the case in Africa, and I gotta repeat that. It's not the case in Africa, and it's not like it's cheap. It's just that it's not that serious. Where in America is like, you know, how many hundreds of years old, so they are experts at pulling out the least little policy thing to get people, you know, and they have institutions that make a lot of money on people that make mistakes along the way. You know, there was a time that I was in my martial art business, and I had this great idea to print out all these flyers and then go out at 4 o'clock in the morning and staple them on the telephone poles. and I would get a lot of responses. So I went out with my assistant, and we went around. I drove around in the van, and he jumped out in Staple, and we drive around. There's a good spot, Staple. We did like 400 flies all over Los Angeles, South Central. So I went back to the office, sat down in my chair, wait for my phone to ring. And guess what? It didn't ring. You know why? Because the city officials went around behind me and snatched them all off and then charged me 10 cents per poster that they ripped off the fucking poles. So then they gave me a notice saying I got to pay like this much money to the city for them. It was like too much. So these kind of things in America are not in Kenya. You know, so you can get away with a lot of things. You can have, guerrilla marketing concepts can really work here. Not like in America where they're already watching every which way you can think about doing. Somebody that already done it. But still, Africa is a fresh new frontier, and for the entrepreneur that come out here and try to do business. So marketing ideas are really open, and you can get far. You can go far with them. So the next thing after that, when you have your business, you have to know, like I said, you have to know how much money you want to put into the business. And I want to talk about that later in a minute. Next thing that you really need to do if you're going to do business, especially if you're going to come into Kenya to do business, you must understand M-Pesa. You must understand how it works. You must understand how it's growing. You must understand how powerful M-Pesa is. Now, I always tell people that M-Pesa is cryptocurrency. Transactions without a bank. In fact, you just use your phone. And in Kenya, they have mastered it. They have almost saturated the whole entire country. 90-something% of people have M-Pesa. Everybody that has a cell phone that's on either Safaricom or Airtel or Telcom, they all have money wallet, phone wallet, and not cash transaction where you can use your phone to transfer money back and forth to other individuals. Safaricom has got like 80% of the market, 90% of the market, And if you're going to open up a business, then how are people going to pay you? You see? Now you might think, okay, the traditional way where they might, you give them your bank account, you got an account for that, they got MasterCard, Visa. No. You must understand how M-Pesa works and how it trumps all these other types of money transactions. Visa card has its headquarters in Kenya, has its African headquarters in Kenya. Yet they can't be M-Pesa. They just gotta stay at the upper areas, rich and the foreign and tourists that they can get make money like that, but they can't get into the actual population. I'm telling you, see an old lady walking on the street and she's carrying a bag of fruit and she's selling fruit from the top of her head, with a basket on her head, she's selling fruit. And you buy some fruit and you're like, well, I don't have money. You can shop goddamn pesa, you see? And damn, you just put some digits in and you feel like you want to buy some more fruit. Because, M-Pesa is like that. My wife I'll be here at the job, my phone can ring when my honey can say, man, we need money for food. And I'd be like, what? So I know what that means. It's like send her 150 shillings or 100 shillings, because she want to make some good food. That's what she always does to me. If you really want a really nice meal, add 100 bob and I'll cook a really nice meal. And it's like, oh man, so it's so easy, to make that transaction using your phone. And so it's the same with business. You can make, if you really think about how you can, not, because you're talking about making money, you're talking about controlling your business at the same time. When you advertise whatever business you're going to get into, are you going to advertise it? You can advertise it with M-Pesa because everybody has basically that. You can't have like, before M-Pesa, they'd have to go to your bank. They just have to come to where you are and then pay in cash. But no longer that. You see, I'm here in Mombasa, but I have clients that pay for CCGate in Nairobi, in other counties. And if wherever I can do the advertisement, I can send it to M-Pesa. So it's a very powerful tool And a lot of Black Americans don't understand this concept of what is M-Pesa. You know, you see that not global wallet, but I think it's a global wallet. Google tried to make it with, I think it called Global Wallet or something wallet like that, and didn't really take off. Banks are not really in America, not gonna really like let that thing get out of hand. You know, where you can just access your money, go to any gas station, and then pick up the cash. You know what I'm saying? So until that comes, or somebody gonna tell me it has come, you let me know. But it's been in Africa for many years now. So what's up, Blue? Okay, Africa. I know you can hear me now because I checked that default issue to stop that. So yeah. So now understanding M-Pesa, like I said, is very important. And then number 3 is hiring people. What are you gonna do about hiring people? You can't make a lot of money if you don't have people working for you. Let me repeat that. The only way you're gonna make big money is if you have people working for you. You see, you can't go out here and talk about I'm gonna have my own business. And my own business, your own business means nothing if you don't have people employed. Your business is, you can think like you're great all you want, but if you can't you can only service so many people at one time. You know what I'm saying? You can only get to so many people at one time. You can advertise to 1 million people, and they all can come back and say, "Okay, I want it." And then what you gonna do? You got to do one transaction at a time. If it's just you by yourself, no, you must hire people. You must have people. That's how you know your business is great, because you start having to hire people. You see, and a lot of Black Americans that don't understand this concept. Maybe they never had no place where they've been the actual owner or manager of a business. But when you think about creating a business in Africa, you must think of this concept of you must hire people. Don't let yourself try to do all the work. You won't make it. I had to make that transition where I used to do all the work, and then I started having to hire people in the CCGA program, and then I had to come from the one that's doing the work to the one who's delegating the work. And I quickly became a master at it, because I have like, this person, you do this, you do this. I saw what you did last time when I gave you that assignment. You go over here and you do the paperwork. You see? So you start using this finger a lot. You go there, you go there, you go there. And then, they end up doing far more work than what you could possibly do. And I became like the manager. You see what I'm saying? And when you employ people, they just sit around. There's so many people in Kenya that are willing to work. So that's not fine. The work pool is big. And they're not going to demand a lot of money, because if you start hiring young people, they won't demand a lot of money. And if you are teaching them, or I shouldn't say teach, but I mean say, if you're hiring them and you're employing them, and then you're training them, then of course they need that training. So you can take actually a young person will come train for 3 months just for lunch. And then at the end of the 3 months, then we say, okay, now if you're good, we'll hire you. If they're not good, we'll just tell you, see, you're sorry. Next person. And so employment is very economical here. You don't have no labor laws. You don't have they gotta have health insurance, or you gotta have nothing like that when you're starting up a small business and when you're expanding the business. Now, of course, when it gets growing bigger, you're gonna make these changes. But if you're gonna say I'm gonna buy 3 border motorcycles, and then I'm gonna have one guy be the main manager of the other 2, and those 3 are gonna go out, and every day they're gonna put in my bank account something like $50. So every day, if you'll come to Kenya, you'll open up a M-Pesa account, and every day he'll, in 2 seconds, not 2 seconds, but in 20 seconds, he's going, 35 seconds, he's gonna be able to send you money into your account, and you'll be able to see it. And another thing about M-Pesa is that they do email you a bank statement, not a bank statement, but a statement of all your transactional statement every month, right on the first, right on time. It's there with all the transactions you've done. It's wonderful. So banks, they're going to lose out, but even banks are now working with M-Pesa. Talk about I gotta keep reducing the screen size, man. So hold on. Talk about the one currency for Africa. Some people are trying to say that the white man is controlling it. Okay, fuck the white man. Get that shit out your mind. because you ain't gonna see no white people here. That's ridiculous. So we already did that. That's the thing in America where they gotta blame everybody for them not doing action. We're doing action here. And if you want to continue to do action with me, this is the thing you should be doing. If you like the content I'm giving you, I'm gonna give it to you. If you, while our channel is still small, when you write in the comment section, I'm gonna answer you. So give us your support if you think this is relevant. This is how we're doing our African Super Chat. I know you guys have you've seen this before, and I'm gonna put it up in each and every video. I'm gonna put it in the comment section. This is how you can reward it: $5, $3, $10. The other day I was on one channel and people were putting in $50, and that $50 is in America. But if you bring the money here, it can be very beneficial because of the exchange rate. So let's get busy and help a brother out. It's not like help me out. But I'm saying that if you want to get the knowledge on how you can do something like this in Kenya, if you want this knowledge, then show me monetarily that we together. You know what I'm saying? I've already got several partners who have super chatted me, and now we're friends. You see what I'm saying? And I want to be your friend too, but I can't know you from the clowns on the chat line, because the clowns on the chat line won't send money. They'll just make clown jokes and complain about my missing tooth and that kind of nonsense. But this is what we're doing here. You don't just get a photo like this. I challenge anybody to send me a photo, please, because I want to see. Send me a photo like this one from somebody else in Africa that's doing martial arts. Huh? Show me a video of a program that they're using with this kind of concentration level. Hundreds of students are using this program, and I do mean hundreds. So what I'm talking about here is not about a white man or that, but as far as the African single currency that they're talking about, they've been talking about that for over a decade now, and they have not done it. So let them talk and let them do whatever they're doing for whatever political expedient points they want. But meanwhile, the average person on the ground still got to make money, still got to work. He's the one who is the foundation of all of this thing about the single currency. So the single currency is going to help me, yeah. But if it doesn't, I'm still going to expand. I'm still going to expand to DRC, and I'm going to go to that French-speaking country, tell those Africans, we got to have a translator or whatever we got to do, but we're going to make that business work. Because in Kenya we're like 5, and DRC is like a 10, because it's the 3rd largest city after Cairo and Lagos. I was saying it was second the other day, but I mean second black. Can't guess Cairo, that's Arabs, that really don't count. But definitely there's a lot of money to be made in Africa, and people know what politicians are swinging back and forth. They're going to have to come up with this. As the white man loses his so-called grip on Africa, that's what the black African's going to do. So white man can work well with separation, but with the African free trade area coming up, all that's going to leave borders and things like that. Julius Malindi was doing a beautiful video saying the borders must go. African borders must go. So Africans are waking up, and on top of everything else. And economically, the things that were hindering them, they're removing. So, hiring people, it's not really a problem. Like where I can go to get young people, I can go to any of these small schools here where they're doing training program for people, and they always have people in there trying to do training. Maybe they didn't get a chance to go to college, so they're doing these little small training schools. I can go there and talk to the owner, and he can give me 10 people if I want it, 20. It's no big deal. So you can always get a wealth of young people to get out there that are willing to work. And when you start telling them about they want to get involved in ICT, you really get a lot of people that are excited about getting into ICT. The next thing here, which is very important, and this is almost the end of the video, is you cannot become rich. I said earlier, you can't become rich because you have to have people to work for you. That's one thing. You want your business to grow, you're going to have to hire people, and you're going to have to know how to manage people. So that's an important point. But the other thing is that you really need a partner. You do really need a partner. You know what I mean? I can't really stress that enough. You go ahead and you start doing business on your own, you're the only one involved in it, it really doesn't work. But if you have somebody, like I have partners, oh, I almost mentioned their name. Let me not do that because I know haters are sick. But I have partners, we're like, because it's hard to trust people, especially when you're dealing with money. But if you got somebody that has an expertise and you put your expertise and their expertise together, then you can grow. And there is no major business that's out there that doesn't have 2 or 3 or more people who are saying, that let me trust you, and then we can work together. You see what I'm saying? Like now, these giant companies have boards of directors. These people are all trustworthy people that have money and talent in different areas, and they allow things to the table to make the business expand. Like me, I was very poor in marketing. And so I wanted to find a partner that was good at marketing. You understand what I'm saying to you? And then I can get together and then boom. Like now I have a partner. I mean, he's not my partner yet. Let me not say he's my partner. I have another brother that is out there, and we're going to be meeting tomorrow to hammer out a way where he can bring me hundreds of people to come to an ICT course, and I'm getting that together. And if I can get 100 people to pay 1,000 shillings for a course, for a 2-day course, it'd be wonderful, and it'd be very lucrative. And I would be giving back to the community, and of course, I would be able to market my CCGA program to them. So this is a win-win situation. I'm excited about that, but this is just other opportunities that come while you're here. You see, because you might come here and you might start a border business where you got guys riding motorcycles, and it might turn into a mechanic business. You might say, okay, you can open up a mechanic shop, hire mechanics, and then they can also fix the motorcycles. You understand what I'm saying to you? So in Kenya, like they don't have, like these guys are not, they're very informal. But you can get a group on your own, and then they can all wear the same uniform on the bike, and then every time people come to get a transport, some of these guys are kind of cheeky. Then when they see your uniform, they're like, that's the one I can trust. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of business. What's your WhatsApp number? My number is always the same. Get it from my CCGate number. My number is always the same. Here's my telephone number. 720-907-329. Yeah, did it come out right? Yeah, okay, there's the area code 254. There's the number. That's my WhatsApp number. This is the number here where you can support the channel. I'm asking you guys to go ahead and do that so we can see where we are. I need more people to get involved in business, and I know there's some people out there that really need somebody that they can trust. And I'm telling you, you don't get this by being a sneaky guy. You understand what I'm saying? You get this because you're trustworthy. You see this Mzungu, the white guy there, that's my student. I trained him from white belt. He's a millionaire. Came over to Kenya and said, okay, let me come, Mom. And I'm like, sure, you can come. And here's another one of my brand, a t-shirt at Telus. They came over, flew over from America to Kenya just to be in the promotion, and this is what they saw. They were my students in the U.S. They saw success in one school, and then they came here and they were like, God damn, hey, Mr. Ross is off the chain. Mr. Ross always been that way. Because you don't get a successful business in South Central LA, 109th and Broadway. How? But I was doing it. You see what I'm saying? And I want to do the same thing here in Kenya. And we can get on TV. We can get on. Not TV, but you can get on these YouTube channels, and guys can talk nice things. That they entertain you. Verbally give you, verbal sex and make you happy. You can come with all these different things. But if they ain't talking action, then what are they? Really, you just that's just like damn. So that's what I'm about. That's what I've always been about, and we're gonna, that's what we're doing here today. So I'm talking about what you need to start a business in Africa, and then I'll just tell you that you need a business partner. Yeah, get a business partner. If you're from America, get another brother to do the business, to be business partner, and you tell each other, man, don't let me slide. Man, if I start loafing, remind me. Man, do this. And then you sit down together and say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and this I'm gonna do this, and you do this. You know? And if the brother fails you the first time, keep going, keep trying. Don't just give up like, niggas, damn, I should have known. No. Many times I feel like that, but I said, no, I'm gonna give a brother another chance. And then, you know, to my surprise, you know, they might have a reason why they weren't able to do what they said they was gonna do. You know? But when you get a business partner, you know, you stick with him, man. And sometimes it takes time for them to catch up and roll into it. You know, I mean, I'm a progressive person, so you know, I'm quick. But you know, not everybody's like me. So when I get a business partner, if they're slow to move forward, if they're slow to give ideas, I can't hold that against them. You know, they still have many things that they do that, you know, that I can't do. But you know, I'm giving you the real side. We as black men don't trust each other, and when it comes to making money, we get funny about that. But the good thing here is in Africa, they really ain't like, you know, sue me in African court. So you got to hash out your problems. You know what I'm saying? You got to settle them like men, and then you move forward from there. You know, but if you start off with the foundation, look, man, I got trust issues. But I'm gonna put my trust issues to the side. Just let you know, and we're gonna do this, okay? Because you know you got a little money, I got a little money. Let's put this investment together in Africa, and then you know, just move forward. You know, that ain't gonna be like overnight. Put the money in on Monday, then you expect to cash in on Friday. That's sick. I got investors in CC Gate that been there for 4 years, 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, they let their money sit in the, you know, small amounts of money, not large amounts, but small ones there, and it's growing. You know, get with me and we can discuss about becoming an investor in CC Gate. Not the same as a partner, but somebody who can put some money in and look at that and get involved in it. Take a look. Each one of these students got a parent. This is one school. How many schools in Kenya? 22,000. Are you going to try to tell me that this ain't going to be able to transcend into money? I'm here. I'm here with the head teacher. I'm here with the teachers. I'm here with the staff. I'm here with the parents, and they're all saying the same thing. I mean, this is a great thing. Can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else thought about it, but it's here now, and we're going to expand it. And this is what I'm saying to you. And how do I do it? I have to have a business partner. I need somebody to challenge me, and I need to challenge them, and I need a partner that's like me, a brother from the U.S. So when we have a success in the business, you know, we can high five each other. You know, we can go out and listen to some soul music together, eat some barbecue, and you know, laugh. And that is what really life is all about. Today, we really can't laugh in America because all these problems and issues. We don't even trust each other. Can't even deal with your woman half the time. You know, you're faking like you're rich, so you kind of get it's so much stress on your mind that, you know, and you start looking at the future and you're like, damn, the future's just too whack. Let me just stay on up to Tuesday and see what I can do. Next paycheck, okay, I'm just gonna try to move forward. But so much stress in life. When you get your paycheck, you're like, you know, you talk about you're supposed to put some money in savings and do this and this, and you'd be like, shit, I'm going drinking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much. And you know, if you got a job you don't like and it's not paying you like a lot of money, then that's it. But I'm saying to you now, you could put some money away or send some money and then put it in an African account. It ain't even gotta be a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? How much is my two partners put into the game? I just told them $80. 80. I'm gonna say it out loud. Yeah. Boom, they in. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever happens with this startup, they're going to be a part of, and we're going to trust each other. We're going to work it out. How can I send you money? Dang, brother, here it is right here. WesternUnion.com. Mobile wallet. Make sure you click the M-Pesa. This is the phone number, and this is the name. Make sure you spell the name correctly when you say who you're sending the money to. So let me finish up on this video. Definitely get a business partner. Talk to your friends. You know, if you don't, you know, and you can start having a conversation about it, and then you can start doing it, because Africa's booming. You know, this thing is off. It's like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? The African Free Trade Area, the ECOWAS, where they're talking about one currency. East Africa is saying they're not going to if West Africa get one currency, I'm telling you, East Africa is going to do the same thing because they've been talking about it for a decade about having the one East African community money and passport. So I'm waiting for that too. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about so that you guys can see it's real is let me hope this works. Boom. Okay. Boom. There it is in the chat line. Kenya is a modern country. In fact, it's not a third world country. It's a middle income country. And they have a website where you can join even as a foreigner and get access to all the information you need to know to start your business. If you want a business license, you can actually pay for that business license from the US. That's right, I said it. And you can start a business, you can get a business license right from the website. It can't be no easier than that. This is the modern world, and African countries know that they have to make it much easier for you to do business in their countries, and that means you bring business. It's just no brainer. And this is what they're doing. But unfortunately, a lot of people watching all these other things, they're not watching what's going on right here, and they're not seeing the reality. So I'm giving you accounts, eCitizen. Click that. I'm gonna put it in the comment section, and go through that website, and you already do see what you can see as far as opening a business in Kenya. You can use your passport, you can number to open up your own account. And then from there, it's all kind of wealth information, prices of what you need. You see, Africa is not no backward country. You know what I'm saying? They're doing big business, and they're doing business with a lot of white people. So what we doing? We're going to sit back and say, nah, I can't go to Africa because there's too many Chinese? Sure. I ain't seen the Chinese in months. You know what I'm saying? So this we got to get past that. And that's why I'm putting out these videos. This is why I'm here. Because all of the people on the dining show, or O'Shea and Ted Krieger, they're all like laughing and joking, having fun, but they don't have no solution. You know what I'm saying? No solution to our problem. And I'm not talking about an instant solution. I'm talking about a time. It takes time. But if you got to start somewhere, now is the time to start. Check out our content and see. Check out my content and compare it to what they're talking about. And I'm telling you, first of all, Africa is the only solution to all the problems that black people have in America. And the white man knows this. He doesn't want you to leave. You know the deception, how deceptive he can be. And he can tell you all kinds of things, tell you go to Ghana where there's nobody, where there's almost no business opportunities there. Surrounded by by French controlled countries. So how? You can't even go from Ghana, you can't go to Nigeria unless you pass through a French country, but not so you gotta pay for that to go through their country. They know, they see you coming. Oh, you English speaking black people want to go to the other English speaking country, you're gonna have to pass through France, you're gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? But in East Africa is very much different. But then people they won't let you talk about that. You see, the white man rule in Kenya? Hell no. How you gonna rule in Kenya and the Kenyans kick out the ambassador, told him he got 2 weeks to leave? How? You see, how can he come here? Obama can come here. The president of the United States come here, and the Kenya president tell him, you ain't gonna start that gay shit in my country. You know what I'm saying? They try to get him in the Hague. He beat them in the courts. You understand what I'm saying? Kenya ain't the one to joke with. People don't know about Kenya. The government is not for that. I mean, it's seriously ain't no white. After Leakey, the white guy was a politician, they ain't not one white person in the government. There ain't no one white policeman. There ain't no one white fireman. Everybody's black. And the government, I don't forget about you say, oh, the Indians are running these shops. They're just running these local shops. You know what I'm saying? Hand them out. You ain't got no many rich people from India running in Kenya. You understand what I'm saying to you? The government is run by blacks, just like you and me. So that's all propaganda. I'm beyond that. I'm tired of talking about it. Those people that do that, they're not serious. I want to find some serious brothers out here that are saying, look, man, let me just do this to get my mindset in the direction that it should be. And that is for me having an African plan. You may never use it, but at least you got it. And then once you get an African plan, like I told my brother, go send an investment. And then after you send the investment, go to the white man and tell him, look, I already invested in African business up there. You see the difference. You see what I'm saying? Go change your name, get out of that slave name, and then you tell them, hey man, I changed my name. You'll see a difference in that. You know what I'm saying? You see a big difference. Even the police, when they come write you up on a ticket, they like, damn, you know, Shaka Zulu. Oh, you know, they're less likely to kick your ass or be belligerent to you. So, and you know, the policeman can't know when he see you as a black man. He can't know if you a black American or are you African or who you are. So one of the things they do is let me see your license. One of the things, the first thing they do is read. I was a policeman, so they read the license and see the name on the license, Benjamin Washington. Oh shit, nigga, get out the car, hit the ground. You know. But they put out that license. You know, I'm in rock. You know, he want to ask me, are you an American or where are you? You know, but he's not sure. You see, but one thing for damn sure, he know you ain't no average dumbass nigga. So these are the things that we can be doing. I know we can't do it in the same degree. Some of us do it small, but this is a way you can start. So this is my video on what you need to do to start a business in Africa. Some information in the comment section if you need some more technical or direct information, and I'll be glad to help. How I want to invest in the transportation business. Yeah, the smallest section in the transportation business is border. That's the motorcycles. Now people are going around. I keep saying I'm gonna do the video, and we're gonna do that video where you can see the border business actually how it's working. In fact, you're gonna see that. Let me try to do that. You know, I've been very, very busy these last few days, and I have been locked down in this place. But I'm gonna get out and we're gonna show some videos of how the border system works. You can buy a border for $2,000, less than $2,000, and then hire your brother to go out and then split the profits with him. He takes care of the maintenance of the bike, petrol, put gas in the bike. All he does is that he pays you some money for the use of the bike. Okay, and brothers are doing this already. The next one after that is tuk-tuk. That's a 3-wheel vehicle. They give more passengers on the inside. They can also transport goods and services. Transport equipment and things like that. Hot building material. Where border can't do that, and that also makes a lot of money in especially in Mombasa, not so much in Nairobi. After that is the matatu. That's a 12-seater. You can see 12 people. It runs back and forth from town to the different estates. And they can charge you, they're charging like 80 shillings per person, 12 people to go to town. And they can make like 6, 8, 10 rounds back and forth a day. So you do the math. 12 people pay 80 cents to travel to town. And then it turns around and comes back, takes 12 people from town back to the estate, which is like 30 minutes away, and all along the way is picking up passengers. And they pay various amounts to go to different destinations. They know how to do it, but they make like what's the $1,000? 100. So they make like 800, 900 a day. You know what I'm saying? So then after that is a 26 or 36 matatu. It's a big one, and it can hold like 40 people, 50 people, and it does the same route as the small one. The only difference is the small one can move around and quickly through traffic and then get to town a little bit faster than the big one. But the big one is more comfortable. I prefer the big matatu, and they both charge the same rates. So you can afford to buy one of these vehicles, then you can make money like that. But if you don't have a lot of money to get in, start small with the border, and then move up from there. So I hope that helps you. How can I send you money? I've told you, talk about the currency, and I did that. What's up? Okay, guys. I'm out today, and I didn't want to make this a long video. If you want to have information on how you can send me, I'm going to put this in the comment section, how you can do that. And, when you give out money, I'm going to give a shout out to you in the next video from there. So until we meet again, don't worry. I'm coming with another video and a really hot one coming up soon. Thank you. Peace.